Good afternoon, Duzu. Well, at this stage, we are at Rands, a popular hangout spot in Khayelitsha. When we got here, people have started arriving. It seems a bit empty right now, but come back here later in the afternoon and it will be packed. It seems people are not yet worried about being in public spaces or in areas where there are gatherings of other people. People who are worried, though, are owners of establishments like this one here at Rands. We have with us a co-owner of this place, Mfundo Mbeki, to talk to us about their concerns as government consults about what to do and what measures to put in place to respond to the challenges of the Omicron variant and how to curb the spread. Mfundo, what are your concerns as an owner of a venue like this one where people gather and it's a regular thing with every weekend? What are your concerns right now when the country and health authorities are talking about a new variant that may cause restrictions in places like this one?
Yeah, so our concerns are solely based on the fact that we will be forced to go and stay at home, and we will have no income. Our staff members, they will be forced to stay at home, and it's just going to be a frustrating season for us. We were hoping that at least now things are starting to get better. We'll be able to pay for school fees, we'll pay for uniforms and all those things, but we won't be enjoying any of this Christmas if things were to go that route. So it will be a very frustrating 2021. Even though we started bad, we were at least seeing at least some light when the president started to open up. So it was a good thing. So we're hoping that things will turn out great, at least for us, at least this 2021.
As government consults authorities about what to do, what measures to put in place, what are your thoughts about what are sustainable solutions that can be put in place for places or venues like yours to continue to make an income while authorities curb the spread of this new variant?
I think the only feasible solution to the current challenge is to have everyone vaccinated. I think if our focus or our energies, we can drive them towards getting everyone vaccinated. Let's use the venues instead of saying we need to close down these gatherings. Let's create the stations within these gatherings where we make sure that people are vaccinated. We try and balance the lives, make sure that we don't lose lives, as well as we balance the livelihood, because it's no use for me to stay alive hungry, dying of hunger. How do we balance the two? I think the solutions must come within that. How do we become creative in terms of, let's set up stations, let's make sure that people are vaccinated, or we tighten up a bit to say, if we want to continue having these gatherings, but let's make sure that everyone is vaccinated. If that should be the way, maybe we should approach things. Maybe those are the things that we need to think of and then come with solutions that are sustainable, other than a temporary solution to say, close for 3 weeks, close for a month, let's see what's going to happen. That month, it causes a lot of damage to our businesses. We are lucky, fortunately enough, that we're able to come back to business. But if we continue this route, definitely maybe we won't come back to business.
The President has been consulting with the National Command Council this weekend. We are all awaiting an announcement from him on how the country will move forward with this. What would you like to hear from the President when he addresses the nation about the next measures to deal with the spread of the Omicron variant?
So as I said, the most important thing is, how do we work together? How do we work together with the government? How do we make sure that we spread the word to make sure that people understand the importance of vaccine? Let's get people vaccinated, because that's the only solution. Because to say we lock people indoors for a certain amount of time, it doesn't help anyone. Because at the end of the day, we will always depend on the government stipend of 350. It doesn't help anyone, that thing. And it's so frustrating when people that are making these decisions, they are making the decisions so that we can go and stay at home. Us as venue owners or employees, we stay at home, no income. But the ones who are making the decision, they are still earning their income, which is it's You know, when you're making a decision and you don't feel the impact that person feels, I think that is the challenge that we've got with the entire thing. That's why the approach, it needs to be looked differently as to how do we balance these things instead of looking at it a one-way solution, but that is not really sustainable, because it's not sustainable. The government is not creating any opportunities of work. We are creating the opportunities for people to work. Now, how do you help us? Help us so that we can help you as well as the government. I think it's just that two-way street in terms of working together.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to us. That's Mfundo Mbeki, one of the owners at Rands here in Khayelitsha, a popular establishment where people flock to every weekend. People who come here, or even visitors, international visitors who come to Cape Town, know that tour guides always bring them to this venue to get an experience of the township. He's talking about their concerns about sustaining livelihoods while government makes its decisions about curbing the spread of the new variant of Covid-19. We've been talking to other establishment owners around the city, and they've also expressed their same concerns.
Asanda Mbetshe, thank you very much for that report.